Hello YouTube, my name is John Wiseman and you're watching Johnny Reacts. So my next reaction is going to be to another Babymetal song, Megitsune. I wasn't planning on just covering Babymetal songs, honest. I was going to do more, but it's just kind of fallen that way. And especially with Foxfest going to be on Sunday, I want to try to get as many Babymetal reactions in as I can before I go. Now this video I'm about to react to is actually the music video rather than the live version. I was 50-50 about which one to go for. And the advice that most people told me was to watch the video first because there's some kind of scene in there that gives me more context for when I watch the live version. Apparently the scene's missing in the live version, so that's my decision. So let's go on with it. Oh my gosh, they're babies. They're so young. And I love how, like, at the start you had what sounded like very traditional Japanese instruments, and it looks like they're playing them as well. I can't remember what they're called. Maybe the shamisen? I'm not sure. But that's very cool. And they're wearing the fox mask. And I know that the fox is like the icon of Babymetal. And all I know about the fox iconography, or the image of the fox, it represents change, I think. Because the story is about a fox that can change into a woman in Japanese culture. But don't quote me on that. That's just what I kind of remember. I'm not 100% on that, actually. I think it means change. Maybe. Another thing that's hit me, and it reminded me of another video I watched, there's a lot of red that's involved with Babymetal videos that I've seen. In a live version of Road of Resistance with the red bridges, which kind of resemble bridges that I've seen in many Japanese gardens. The clothing has got that kind of Japanese feel. Little red skirts I think they were wearing with knee-high socks. It's very icon, is that the right word? Iconic to Japan and its culture. And of course red is very symbolic because you've got the is it torii gates, which are gates which kind of where you go through to go into temples and shrines. Well, I think it's shrines because I think torii gates are Shintoism and temples are Buddhism. So it's interesting that they've got cultural references in their videos. Interesting. Well, Sue's voice even was phenomenal at that age. That's what, 10 years ago, I think. Still phenomenal voice that she had back then. So yeah, I can see why they chose her. I'm really trying to study the imagery. And I'm getting the impression that she's a young Japanese girl in her bedroom. A lot of Japanese girls pay a lot of attention to the hair that I noticed. So she's sitting doing her hair. And she's being watched by two foxes. Interesting. so heavy. I love it. It does work, doesn't it? It works with that heavy, heavy music and Sue's singing in the foreground. I'm hearing a lot of electric instruments as well coming through. That's interesting. Let's go back. See, the dance moves mean something I've noticed in Babymetal, and there's normally some kind of reference to the song within inside the dancing. And I saw something there. I'm not quite sure what the reference is, but they are dabbing and putting powder on their face. It's a very feminine thing to do. It could be just the fact that they are three young girls and they are feminine young girls in a very kind of metal environment, maybe. I'm not sure. Corey Gates. And now she's putting the mask on. I'm getting the impression like this is the introduction of Sue into Babymetal. That's the impression I'm getting. I could be completely wrong, but it looks like the fox god has come to meet her, and she's taken over by the fox god or influenced by the fox god in some way. She's putting the fox god mask on, so it's like her change. I know in Japanese culture, there's a massive big thing. You see it in a lot of animes, this change between young girls into adult girls. And it normally is resembled through anime, through schooling. So, and through school uniform. So the school uniform in a lot of Japanese anime means innocence and being young and being carefree. And then what happens is they leave school, go to work, they take off the school uniform, they put on a work uniform. And that's kind of like the step into that adulthood. I don't know if there's any of that kind of reference in here, but I'm kind of just getting those feelings. That scream! Oh, wow. Now, I want to listen to that again. I love the scream, the hard metal, and then Sue's lovely vocals coming in. That really works well. Really cool. The two girls playing. It gives me the impression that maybe before or after they were properly filming, they were larking about and having fun, and maybe they recorded it and put it in the video. That's the kind of impression I'm getting. But it's really is showing that innocence that the girls have. Gives me like the impression that they were these young girls before, and they still are. They're carefree, but with the influence of the fox god, the fox god's introduced them to metal, and it's changed them in some way. Maybe. I'm terrible. I do like film theory and going into films and imagery. More often than not, I'm wrong. Ooh, cutting, knife cutting. So like destroying something, cutting something, and leaving the old behind and going on to the new. That's what I think that imagery is. Oh, start again. Very nice, very nice. Even at young age, they rock, don't they? I'm very impressed with Sue. Well, I keep saying it every time I do a reaction, I say I'm really impressed with Sue. Even at that age, I think it's about 10 years ago, she's have that powerful voice. So obviously, it's the reason why they chose her. And the two girls are just fun, with full of energy, and the dancing spot on. You can't see fault in it at all. What I got from the actual music video, and I'm probably wrong, but I just feel like it's their introduction to kind of metal, the fox god. Before, Sue was just this girl, young girl, sitting in her room doing young girl things. And then the fox gods influenced her, come in and kind of taken her, or she's embraced the fox god, and now she's turned into this metal goddess. That's the impression. She's with the knife icon. Like she's kind of cut ties with her past, and now she's going into the future. That's the impression I'm getting. Anyway, if I'm right or wrong, please let me know in the comments. I thoroughly enjoyed that video. The song was really good, nice and heavy, mixed in with the poppy sounds. It's Babymetal. Anyway, I'm going to see you next time and say ta-ta for now. Bye. I never know how to end these videos.